have another video for you today. This video is a bay willow here. This bay willow today, I want to repot this tree. I don't know what's going on down here. We might do some top pruning to kind of get this tree into the scale that I want it to be in. This tree has buds all over it, and this tree wants to open up. And this tree is a little bit bigger on this side than it is on this side. That's alright. Did a little work on it earlier this year to fix this problem here, but I feel like we need to repot this tree, put it back into this pot. We'll put it into some fresh dirt. But I got this tree from somebody else last year. I was not told how old this tree is, but this is a cutting of a bay willow. This is a new species of tree for me, but it seems to work pretty similar to most other willows. So, excuse me, burping again. I tend to burp on my videos, as you can tell. Hope that doesn't annoy you too bad. It's kind of funny. Wow, there are roots just all over coming out of this soil here. Like, it's screaming to get out of this pot. It's like, Corey, help me out. So, that is what I'm going to do. Okay? So, before we get going here, I want to put, let's just not worry about it. Okay, let's see. First off, can we pull it up? Now, let's look under the tree. What can you see? First off, I can feel there's a mass of roots here. Just rip those. If we can, yeah. I don't care, I just rip them. It works just as well as cutting them, because we're going to be cutting anyway. Wow. What a mass. Throw them out there. Okay. Well, smells fine. Okay, let's try to pull it out now. Okay. Alright. Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, man. Pulled that up. That's all the soil left in the pot. Nothing. Hardly anything. So, that was full. Tell you that one. Well, that is a healthy root system here. This tree needed a repotting very badly. Now, willows, if they're in the proper medium, getting watered correctly, fed correctly, a lot of times you're going to have to repot a willow sometimes every year. Maybe at least every other year. Because they put out roots so much. Oh, wow. See, I have never seen the root system of this tree, so this is really exciting for me. This is always fun. Wow. We got some crazy roots going here. See, we are ripping some roots, but we're ripping roots that we don't need, so don't worry about that. We obviously have roots that have been circling the pot. So this first step, let's take our time as we do this. Be methodical about it. Now willows are a little more forgiving because if you do a little too much, all you really need to do is put them in some water, or put them back in the soil and put some water underneath them, and they will put out some roots before too long, and they will be back on their way for the most part. Not every tree will do that. So these are, I would consider a somewhat fast growing tree. But with that said, it being a faster growing tree, the lifespan is shorter. So it's got its drawback there. But if you're not wanting one of those long living trees, you just want a tree to admire, and you're not worried about passing it on to anybody, willows are amazing. I have plenty of them. This soil, I am just gonna brush off into my yard. All this will be fine for my yard. I don't want any of this soil. This isn't my usual mix. Don't know how old it is, so I'm not gonna keep it. This looks like a mix of perlite and diatomaceous earth, which is fine, but I don't want it. Pretty particular, I guess. Alright. I have no idea what kind of root pruning this tree has had in the past. I don't even think it has, to my knowledge. This is just a tree that has been collected, put in some soil to grow a root base, or a root ball, and then it was given to me, and that's the gist of the history that I have. Okay, let's kind of see what's going on down at the bottom. I don't know if you guys are seeing this or not. Wow, look at that. Well, tell you one thing. I know I'm not going to need all this. So, what if I'm going to grab a pair of scissors real fast. Now guys, these are my junk scissors. That I don't care about. This would definitely dull a blade. Yeah. Just cut this back. We don't need all this. This is just healthy roots. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's awesome. Okay, let's set this aside for a second. This is just roots. Let's just toss this aside for a second. Wow, man. Craziness. Okay, clean our space up again. Okay. Even though we cut that off, look at that. We still have all that to do with. It's not like we have to really deal with anything. I'm enjoying it. Okay. We have a pretty big root here to deal with. Okay, so alright, I need to go grab a few things. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, I'm back. Now, let's see what we can do here. Now, we still need to work some of the soil out of these roots here. Let's flip this tree over and let's work at it from the bottom. Okay, I see. Sometimes this is all you need to do is like start from the bottom. That's really helped it out a lot. Good golly. Get a little messy there too. Okay, what do we do with the watering can? I guess I'm a little out of sorts today. Anyway. Well, we definitely have some roots that we need to get rid of. Okay, I'm gonna set him down since we cleared the... It can stand up now pretty well. I'm pretty impressed with that. What do you think, guys? Yeah. Okay. Let's find that watering can. Oh, it's over there in the bucket. I'll go grab it. Okay, now let's just kind of rinse out this tree a little bit. Let's see, let's get some of this soil rinsed out of these roots here. Got quite the roots going there. Might just have to dunk this down in the bucket. Probably a better idea. Well, it worked, and it's a little worse. It's definitely got some nice roots. The perlite's a pain in the butt, though. I don't like the perlite in there. The pumice and the diatomaceous earth comes out nicely. The pumice does not, or the perlite does not. Perlite's a pain in the butt. In my opinion, don't use it. But if that's all you got, then I guess it's all you got, right? Alright. Okay, well, let me dunk it a couple more times. Let's get this out. Alright. Okay, that's given me something better to work with. Now, can you guys see that? It's really a nice tree. I'm really liking it. Now, this has really good potential in the root system here. There are some things that we really need to take care of. Some of this cannot all be taken care of today because, like I said before, you just can't take care of everything all at once. It'd be too much for the tree anyway. Let's clear off our space if we can. Just use some of this water and rinse it all off. I got one of these Haws watering cans. I just love it, by the way, if I haven't already said it a million times. Anyways. Alright. See, before we do any trimming, look how nice that stands up. Can you guys guess one of the first ones I'm going to cut? That one. Okay, let's get these branch pruners. These will work great. These will do a nice flush cut. Hope you guys can see this. Let's get this bugger. That was just way too high. Wow, that's a lot of roots. Okay. Now let's have a look here. That's a nice little root plane going right there right now. So I think that's where I'm going to leave it because we have some nice roots growing from that point. Now, still got a bunch of perlite. Gosh, that stuff is just a pain in the ass. Excuse my language, I'm sorry. Pain in the butt. Okay, let's flip it over. Let's do some underneath work here. Okay. Yeah, use a different set of scissors here. I want to use these ones. Okay, these are a little bit bigger. They mean business. Okay, this has a good root system here, so I'm not gonna waste any time. Anything going down is leaving. We'll just do this. This is like, okay, little kid, you need a haircut. This is what we're gonna do. We'll profile prune this real fast. Anything that's going downward can go. We have enough roots here that as long as we don't go too crazy, this will be just fine. Okay, that one can go completely because that's just going straight down. Alright, let's get this one here. That just goes straight down. Continue what we were doing here. Now, anything that's going down is going bye-bye. That one's going straight down. Let's just do that one. Horizontal cut, horizontal cut. Remember, let's get this root system on the right track while we can, while we have it out of the pot here. This tree, now, since I have it trimmed up, if you look really closely, these buds want to open up. A lot of my willows have already done so. Now, there's not that many, but we also want to get rid of the ones sticking straight up. Anything straight up or going straight down will go bye-bye. And we will continue this pattern here. Now, this guy is a wicked one. He's going down into the dirt and then he curves around. So we are going to cut him right where he curves, so he keeps the direction that he was originally going. Now, I really like this tree. This tree is even better than he started out to be. Now, after I've looked at this tree, I'm actually not sure if I want to put it back in that same pot. So, I want to go over and look at my pots, and then I'll be right back. This pot is in better condition. It is a plastic pot. It is a training pot. But this one's cracked at the bottom. It's in better condition. It looks nicer. I'm going to put it in this one. This can go bye-bye. Okay. And this one does not need a screen in it. Just because of the way they made it. I like it. So, let's put some soil down at the bottom of this thing. And in the middle of this video, I'm probably going to have to go make some more soil. Because I did not anticipate this. So, give me 2 seconds and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that we put some more soil in there, I'm going to put that up here. The front of the pot's right here, towards me. Now, I'm going to say, darn, it's always hard for me to figure out what I want the front of the tree to be. Probably somewhere right here. So, it's in a round pot, it really doesn't matter. And eventually, the goal is to make the tree look good at all angles. So that at any time, I can decide to have the tree facing at any angle and it doesn't matter. Because I think picking a certain front is so limiting. And really, over time, sort of makes problems for the tree. Like, I've gotten trees from people, and you can tell that they have picked a front from a tree for a tree and always showed it at that side, made a back side of the tree, neglected the back side of the tree, and then the tree just looks horrible on that one side. And it's like, why do that to the tree when it could look great on every side? And why be so limited? The potential for the tree to be viewed on any side at any given time, at any mood that I'm in. This was brought to my attention by Bonsai Echo. I think his name's Jared. He is such a cool guy. I've never met him in person, but he's one of those guys that I would want to meet in person because he just seems so nice. He lives in the Pacific Northwest just like I do. He lives in Washington. I live in Idaho. One of these times, I would love to meet that guy. There are so many of these bonsai people on here that have been an inspiration to me, and I've tried to reach out to them and let them know that this channel would not be here if it wasn't for all of them. And they continue to help me. And I was thinking, you know what, I don't know enough to start my own channel because I'm not a bonsai master. But you know what, if I waited until I thought I had enough knowledge before I started the channel, I may never ever do it. So I made the channel to teach as I learn. You know, teach as I learn. And Nigel Saunders, Peter Chan, the Aussie Bonsai Bloke, Bonsai Talk, Bonsai Boise, I had technical difficulties there. My camera got too hot because I'm in the sun. So let's try to get done what we can just in case it gets too hot again. Now, we got the tree potted up in the diatomaceous earth and pumice. Now, there's not a whole lot I'm going to get done on the top of the tree, actually. Just a little bit. So, what I'm going to do, I saw this technique done by my favorite bonsai dude. You guys know his name. And he taught me how to do the proportions of your tree. So pretty much, you look at the size of your trunk, or the height of your trunk. So we'll say it's about that height, right? Now the next portion of your tree, you don't want it, technically you don't want it splitting into two until it's halfway the length of the trunk. So halfway just so happens to be about at this little marker here. So that's perfect for that one. And this is just a hair off, so I'm gonna keep that there because that's about right. Then the next division should be half of that. So we're gonna go about there. So from there to there, yeah, that's about right. From there to there, that's about right. And then, so from there to there, we want it to be even smaller for the ramification. So then that means even there. So we are going to do some shortening of some branches here. So let's do it. So today we're going to take this one off. See, right here, we'll turn this. See, here is a leaf right here. So right here, we're going to take this guy back. Can you guys see that? Take that right there. I might need to pull this dude back so you guys can see what I'm doing. And push this back. Okay. So, cut it off right here. Then we're going to come to this spot here. I want to take him off. We're going to do a hard prune. See, we want him to flare out. This has a bud about right there and right there. So, how about we go right there. Then we'll turn this guy here. He's about in the right spot and he's got a bud right there. Okay, so we're gonna come up to here. He's got a bud here, but it's facing inward and we don't like that, so we don't want to do it there. Let's look and try to find another one that's facing out. Okay, that's what we'll do. Let's see. And then there's another one right there. So let's take this guy. Actually, I'm going to let this guy grow up. Then we're going to take this guy to about there. I took off some of that ramification, but willows grow so fast that ramification will happen in a split. Okay, so that is it for that side. Now let's turn this over here. Let's come over to this side here. Now, got them here to here. Now, I want this to grow up a little bit too, but see, we got a little bit of a problem here. Okay, now let's finish this other side. Now, I want this other side to go up a little bit higher and create the higher side, make a higher, so like the tree is like this. But, so, kind of want to keep this ramification, but I want to go up to about, let's say, here, and we'll cut it here. Then we'll come up to here, and I'm gonna keep it till about here. So actually, let's see, yeah, we'll take it to about there. Then this one here, I want to bring it down to about here to an outward facing bud. Now let's turn that around and cut it the other direction. Should have did it that way anyway. There we go. Alright, that concludes the, let me look at this. Yeah, that concludes the pruning of the top part of this tree. That concludes the root pruning of this tree. I hope you liked the video. This tree is going to be awesome. This is a nice looking tree already. Alright, this is Leslie Bonsai Gardens saying thank you for showing up. We'll see you next time.